What is going on, my people? Welcome back to the channel for another album review. I'm your boy Naseem the Dream. If you're new to the channel, just go right on ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell as well to always keep notified on my newest content. And today I'll be reviewing the White Ward album, Boss Light. White Ward is a 4-piece black metal band formed out of the Ukraine back in 2012. A band that so uniquely deals in its many notions varying in mental disorders, the afterlife, and the borderline dead states in a fashion that breaks barriers of traditions that incorporated influences of jazz into the ideas of grindcore. And the truth be told, this is the first time I ever heard of the band. On top of that, it was all accidental, as a track played following off of one of my selected albums that I played off that various day, and it caught my attention right away. One, because I knew it sounded somewhat different from the album I was just playing previous, but I was also pretty captivated about what I was hearing in these mixtures, already hearing these death metal influences, the grindcore influences, and the jazz influences. And after viewing this project off of Coincidence, which was also released earlier this year, this happens to be easily one of my favorite records of the entire year. And it was an accident! Beginning my analysis with the title track Leviathan, what is presented in this 13-minute progression of black metal and avant-garde elements. There are various sections into this very song that are already on point when it comes to its pacing and its timing, and as well as it's really going all out in your face. Because of the punching drums, the alluring jazz horns, and the gruesome screams uniting into a force that is driving straight into the surface that makes a hell of an eruption, and especially a strong start to this record. Seamlessly, this project builds transition points from track to track, making this album not only more cohesive, but mysterious as well, as it continues to bring new ideas and influences into the cut. Moving forward into the track Salt Paradise, while bringing in more focus onto its chamber pop elements, as well as adding some Mongolian vocals to the dynamics of the song. And then we transition into the song Phoenix, that is sounding like it is entering some kind of dark side of the moon realm with the way that the band uses these synthesizers. This thing just obliterates the mix with no mercy, with even more kick-ass prog metal and scorching through fire and brimstone. More moments from this project also indulge into a lot of the mystery element that it also has, especially because of the tracks like Echoes and Eternity that isn't exactly seamlessly transferred over this time, but it gives a great intermission of a focus to move on into its more extraterrestrial discoveries into its instrumentation. And then we get the post-punky cut from the track Cronus that begins off things with a bit more steady-paced rock influences that are just laying off the intensity just a little bit. This one was one of the more iffy tracks onto the track list, but what really keeps up the momentum for me personally are these crushing drums and rhythms that are bringing me back into this chaotic Ragnarok-like creation. As much as I really do enjoy playing this album, there are admittedly some moments on here that do have me feeling a little bit mixed in terms of how co-op these elements really feel together. For the majority of this project, it really develops into purpose due to its tropes of heroism, melodrama, and tension within the mix. But as you pass on through this record, there are some passages on here that don't always feel so cohesive, and at times can feel disconnected as you're brought back into something across the options of jazz horns or demolishing metal instrumentals, especially with the track Downfall that I would personally view as a roll credits rather than an epilogue, with a rather interesting monologue on this track about the topic of disobedience being considered as a sin in the eyes of God, but explained in this hypocrisy as disobedience as what drove Adam and Eve to defy God, thus creating men. In plain term, this is criticizing the irony of disobedience into the eyes of the Christian faith. But still, everything considered on here, especially when you have to take in that I did accidentally find this project, I am floored by how much I really did love giving this a listen. It's punishing, it's gruesome, it's thrilling, while also easing in the tension by bringing in some great jazz elements and also some great chamber pop. It's easily one of my favorite plays of the year, and I highly recommend you check it out for yourself. I'm gonna give White Ward's Boss Light an 86%. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, go on a like, share, comment down below, and if you're not already, subscribe to the channel. And down in the description, you see all my separate tracklist ratings for the album, more videos, and also the links to my social media accounts so you can keep up with me on the daily. And I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Doses.